Well, I'm back in Osaka, and my girlfriend's on her way to Chicago to start her travel abroad. So I'm very sad. With my last day in Tokyo, I decided to go to a place called Ueno Park. It had a natural history museum, an art museum, a zoo, buskers and street performers everywhere, plenty of places to eat, and a beautiful scenery. It was basically a wonderland for anyone who has nothing to do on a Sunday. I visited the Natural History Museum around noon, which meant that there was no one there except for elementary school field trips. So it was me, big tall white guy, and a bunch of tiny little Japanese kids. Needless to say, I was stared at the entire time and I felt very special. And the art museum there often has exclusive exhibits. This time it was a Swiss figurative artist by the name of F. Hodler. They didn't let me take any pictures because they're nerds. I was like, hey, shashi no totemo ii desu ka? And they're like, no, I can't let you do that because I'm a nerd. And I could dig it. But having all those interesting places centrally located in a park was really nice. In fact, if I ever decide to live in Tokyo in the future, I'd like to live near Ueno Park. The rest of Tokyo was crowded and freaking crazy, but it was a lot of fun. The zoo, with a few exceptions, was basically just a nice zoo, and it had these little bastards. They were clearly the most popular exhibit in the zoo, and there was a lot of hooting and hollering about them, which honestly I don't understand because they're the most useless animal of all time. I'm not submissing that it's humanity's fault that their habitats are being destroyed, but come on. What do they even do other than be cute? I guess for most people, cuteness is enough. But I honestly think that us humans should just admit that we messed up and let them die with some dignity. There are plenty of other endangered animals that would benefit much better from our efforts. I mean, when you look at a panda, really look at it, did you really think it was going to last that long anyway? It's black and white, for Christ's sake. There's no saving them, there's just prolonging their certain demise. Now you might be saying, Matt, even if all that's true, pandas are still important. They're the symbol of China. So are dragons, and they haven't been around for a while now, have they? Okay, take this for example. This is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Now if you're not familiar with this, basically, if you want to ascend this pyramid, first you have to satisfy the lower levels before you can get to the upper levels. So if you want to be able to worry about your safety and security, first you got to worry about your air, shelter, water, food, sex, and sleep. You want to worry about your social needs and friendship, first you got to have safety and security, and so on. These pandas are not and have never ascended past stage 1. Face it, they're so useless in every way. See, look at this panda right here. Oh, he's getting up. Oh, he's probably gonna go put on a tie and a suit and go to his frickin' job. No, he's just gonna sit down in another place, taking up more space, being useless and eating. Now you might be saying, Matt, you're being a little harsh, it's just an animal. You can't expect sufficiency and progress out of an animal. Look at this monkey. Look at him rubbing that stick against the wall. He's about to discover fire at any moment. And this weasel thing's already figured out simple tools. And in the end, even if you think, just for the sake of its cuteness, that we should save it, have you ever seen a red panda? They're like 8 times cuter, and they're willing to bang. By the way, did you know that that's why it's so hard to breed pandas? Because the female is only willing to accept the male in 2 weeks out of the entire year, and the male basically always has little to no libido. So it's like, when was nature intending for pandas to flourish in any way? They can't even get it up. So in conclusion, it's not that I want pandas to die or anything. I love pandas. It's just shikata ga nai. Nothing to be done about it. Here are some of the other highlights of the animals I saw at the zoo. What is this, like a sexy chicken? What you mean ogres have layers? Ueno Park also had a very nice jinja. If you've seen episode 3 of my blog, you know that I'm in for some pretty bad luck, so I was told by my friend Chisato, who lives in Tokyo, that it would be worth it to revisit a jinja and get another omikuji so that I can possibly change my luck. So I took her advice, and this one turned out to be a lot better, and by a lot better, I mean it was normal. It said, I'm just gonna get normal luck, whatever that is. And it also came with this cool little tiny golden frog, and it said it was going to protect me on my safe trip home, which was handy because I took Peach Airlines home, and they're pretty much the sketchiest airline I've ever been on, but I got home alright. Speaking of being home, that means no more touristy blogs for a while, so we're going to be diving into some issues. Make sure you subscribe, follow me on Tumblr, afronihongo.tumblr.com. And I'll see you next time. We gonna get crazy.